Did you know that Father has a shorter name in the Old Testament Tanakh that Moses first used and was also used by David and Solomon and also Isaiah? The Hebrew name Yah is actually very scriptural and is used 50 times in the Tanakh, twice in Exodus by Moses, 43 times in Psalms by David, once in the Song of Solomon, chapter 8, verse 6, where he combines the name Yah with fire, and then 4 times in Isaiah, which are the most amazing of all, as I will explain. But the English translation in the King James Version loses the Hebrew and simply translates the word into Lord. But that is not what the Hebrew says. The first time the 2 Hebrew letters are actually used is in Genesis 22, verse 2, in combination with the name Moriah, which is the place that Abraham was ordered to sacrifice Isaac. And the Hebrew word Moriah means chosen by Yah. The first time we see Yah used standing by itself is when Moses declares in Exodus 15, verse 2, that Yah is my strength and song, and he has become my salvation. Again, Moses uses the name in Exodus 17, verse 16, which states, because Amalek was against the throne of Yah, and Yahuwah has sworn to fight with Amalek from generation to generation. Psalms 68, verse 4 states, sing to Elohim, sing praises to his name, cast up a highway for him that rides upon the heavens. By Yah is his name, and exalt you before him. Here is the only place in the King James Bible that breaks protocol and translates the name as Jah erroneously with the letter J. A few more interesting verses by David is Psalm 104, verse 35. Bless, O my soul, Aleph Tav Yahuwah, praise Yah. And Psalms 146, verse 1. Praise Yah, praise, O my soul, Aleph Tav Yahuwah. Now we get to Isaiah, who actually combines both Yah and Yahuwah together 3 times, starting in Isaiah 12, verse 2, which states, surely El is my salvation. I will trust and will not be afraid, for is my strength and my song, Yah Yahuwah, and he is become my salvation. Then again in Isaiah 26, verse 4, trust you in Yahuwah forever, for in Yah, Yahuwah, is an everlasting rock. The King James just simply translates each of these verses as the Lord Jehovah. But I believe what Isaiah is describing under the unction of the Spirit, far deeper meaning, because then Isaiah does something truly amazing that can only be seen in the Hebrew. It's only done once in the entire Tanakh. He repeats the name Yah twice in Isaiah chapter 38, verse 11, which states, I said, I shall not see Yah, Yah, in the land of the living. The King James places in italics the English word even between the two and simply translates it as the Lord, even the Lord. But again, that is not what the Hebrew says. Now, I personally believe Isaiah was speaking under the power of Father's Holy Spirit in all these verses, and he spoke exactly what he heard the Spirit of Yah the Father speak to him. And the reason he repeated the word twice was to identify what I refer to as the Yah-Head, which is both Yah, Yahuwah, Father, and Yah, Yahushua, the Son, both working together as one by the power of Father's Ruach HaKodesh, his Holy Spirit. This is the complete Yah-Head. More confirmation of this comes from Isaiah, again in chapter 41, verse 4, which states, "Who has performed and finished it, calling the generations from the beginning? I, Yahuwah, the first, Aleph Tav, the last. I am He." Do you see what Father's Spirit is possibly revealing through Isaiah? Is that Father is the first, or Aleph, which means strength, and the last, or the Tav, which means covenant, is Yeshua. We already know through countless examples that all the covenants are made by Father, both with and through the Son, by the placement of the Aleph Tav in the Hebrew text, when all the covenants are made. This is the Yah-Head being identified in Isaiah and throughout the Tanakh, and it is simply amazing. Now, speaking of Father's Holy Spirit, the Hebrew word ruach, we know, means both breath and spirit. And the Hebrew word kodesh means sacred or holy. And it is by Father's Ruach HaKodesh, his Holy Spirit, that we are set apart. Quite simply, to put it in human terms and understanding, Father sits on a throne, and he is a consuming fire, and he dwells in unapproachable light, whom no man has seen or can see, as Paul says in 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 16. And his presence, which is his breath, his spirit, his power of the Ruach HaKodesh, his Holy Spirit, emits from him and fills every molecule of all his creation, which is how he holds all creation together. The Yah-Head has never changed, because the Yah-Head cannot change. And the Yah-Head had no beginning and has no end. And there are no words or pictures that can do justice to describing the image of the Yah-Head. Our entire desire should be to be consumed by Father's Spirit, his fire, daily, so that we might change from the inside out and take on his characteristics, his presence. And quite frankly, both learning and obeying Father's commandments should be the least we should be willing to do. I'm Bill Sanford with the Torah Thought for the day. Shalom.